All right, so what's up, peoples? How's everybody doing today? I am very tired from a rather long couple of weeks, and this weekend was pretty busy with the whole air show thing we did. On Saturday, Mr. Nerd Steve, who just showed up in the chat, he was there, and it was cool. Yeah, it would have been much better today, or whatever, Steve. It was crazy hot that day, but thanks for being there, Steve. That was cool. It was fun. But I am here. I am barely alive, but I'm here. I had a crazy day at work and then a crazy weekend. I took some time off to prepare for the air show, but it wasn't really off because I had to do a lot of running around. But ooh, but it was busy. Got lots going on. I see people here early. I guess RC Air Marshal didn't go on because he's got some bad weather going on. So they said they hunkered down and are just chilling with the animals to keep them from freaking out. So as you can see, eyes all red. I'm tired. But let me see who showed up in here first. Mr. Big Chris was here. Mr. Lyndon Stewart, Adrian Colbert, Mr. Paul McNeil. Guys, I'm going to redo my membership stuff too. That's going to change. I got an idea over on Friday from seeing some other stuff, and I just want to make it easy. But Adrian Colbert is a member, guys. Those of you that are members, I'm going to change it up again, make it even simpler. But anyway, Big Chris, Hunter Yoakum, what's up? Airvex, Micah, what's happening? Andy Cho, thanks for coming out to the show, even though it was crazy hot. Lionel Randall, RC Jet Lab, Mr. Victor Shamulus, Mike SSI, Jeff Laura, Alabama, 6SRC, JCP67, Mickey BRC from halfway around the world in another day, even. Reckham Roy, what's up? So, what's up, peoples? I think Nate might be joining us a little bit later, but he's not here yet. Tim Nelson, what's up? So, this was kind of cool. I had the air show. I didn't really get to blast it out there as much as I normally do, simply because there were so many people. It was so last minute. Normally, I do sending the whole invites to everybody on my Facebook page and blah blah blah, all that stuff. I didn't get a chance to do it, but it was last minute. We basically threw it together in about a month, and it still went okay. It was crazy hot, crazy hot. I mean, probably 100 and easily 101 on the tarmac out there where we were. It was pretty hot. And Cindy, yes, I had a feeling he was flying. All good. But yeah, it was good. It was not as good as I would have wanted, but as good as it could have been considering the circumstances. So I'm happy with how it went. We didn't have any major crashes. We almost had one, but we worked through it. And everything went well. Just was a long day. What's up, Mr. Nevada? And yeah, it was just busy. So, but it's over finally. And I actually have some plans to come up with doing an event sometime soon. I just need to talk to some more people about it. I'd like to do an EDF/jet event. I want it to be EDFs only, but we'll see. Just have to figure out a venue and a way to make it work. But yeah, so the weekend is over and we're back into a busy work week. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to some normalcy this week. Possibly get some flying in, but been a crappy couple weeks for planes. You already know about the F-16 going down. That was bad. That was preventable, and that was my mistake. But then there was also my trusty old MiG-21 went down, which wasn't really preventable, but the ESC just burned out because I was acting like an idiot, goosing the throttle, and it just fried it. It's one of the hardest things you can do is jam the throttle on the ESC. And yeah. So I was trying to come back, and it was at the worst time possible because I was slowing down to land. And didn't have any kind of altitude, didn't have any kind of speed. So I was holding up elevators because that's the way you get the MiG to slow down. And ESC fried. Tried to turn and tried to make it back to the runway. Didn't think to get the gear up and just land flat. Tried to make the runway. Famous last words. And just destroyed it on a barbed wire fence. It was total crap. I mean, just destroyed it. I have the video. I just need to upload it. I mean, total doo-doo. And yeah, Shadow, have a good night. I don't plan on being out here too long, but we'll be here for a while. Nevada, I was running it's old. I had it for years. It was a red brick. Red brick 200 amp. And I've had it in there ever since 2017. No, 2016. Late 2016. And the plane has been to hell and back. Over and over and over. And I pushed it over the edge. Because I'd been flying the whole flight. Full throttle pretty much. I had that really high C6000. And it was ripping. I mean, I'd already flown probably 6 flights already. A couple with Nate. And this last one was just nuts. And then coming to land, and I was just going ring on the ESC, and it just went. It did not like it. Fried. I'll have to check the motor too. I hope I didn't blow the motor. But anyway, the plane's dead. I'd had it since 2016, so I don't feel too bad. Got lots of flights. But yeah, 2 planes down. But I gained one with the new Viper. Didn't fly it at the air show. I was going to, but Nate ended up having an issue with his, so freaked out Jack. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just land. Let's let him land, and we'll do some other stuff. Basically, I ended up cutting 2 of my flights at the air show just because of other stuff going on, mainly the heat. And the heat was messing with everything. People were really excited to see the show and were watching the show, but you could see them. They were just standing out there, and they're just like, oh my God, it's way too hot. And they just couldn't stand in the sun anymore. And there was no refuge, no anything to cover them. But there was a stage and a place back behind us where people could sit and eat. So everybody was watching the show, but then they all took off and went back to where it was covered because it was just too much, way too freaking hot. But everything went great. So we didn't have any major issues. I scared the crap out of everybody with my rocket plane. I didn't even put my hat cam on because it was melting the glue. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. But hopefully we'll get some other stuff done here soon. I'll try to plan some event. Just have to figure out how to do one. Mr. Max, what's happening? Are you taking care of your freshman buddy over there, making sure he's okay? Randy, what's happening? I saw you had a show going on, but I'd already set mine up. Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Huffins. How's it going? So I'm just waiting on Nate. I guess there he is. Is he actually in the plane or is he in his car?
Hey.
I think he's in the plane. What's he doing?
Yeah, I'm in an airplane.
Oh. What are you doing? Did you just finish flying?
Yeah. Oh. It's nice and cool out here. God, it's hot, man.
What's with the sirens? They're coming to get you?
No, they just they've gotten so many fire trucks that the fire department here doesn't really have the room for them, I guess, and they just leave
Oh, okay.
here at the airport.
Whoa, thank you, Miss Cindy Cowgal, as my car says. Cowgal. Thank you very much. Why are we looking up your nose?
Because I'm opening the hangar, damn it.
Yeah, and guys, that picture I had for the stream, that was where I had all of my airplanes staged for the air show. That was in a hangar. There was a Cessna 172 and a 182 or 205.
Somebody must have died.
Uh-oh. Right there by me. Turbocharged Cessna. That was cool. Keith Christie, what's up? Too much noise. Police are on to you. They're coming to find you.
Possible pilot deviation, yeah. Sir, your landing was too good. I'm going to have to write you up possible pilot deviation. I literally just did like 6 short field landings. Just stayed in the pattern. Put it on the numbers every time. Stopped in like 200 feet. It was hella fun. I'm going to mute the mic because I'm opening the hangar.
Okay, thank you. Airplane repo. So yeah, as I was saying, I had my airplane stored in Tradewind's hangar. I should have taken more pictures. I didn't take hardly any pictures over the weekend. But I had a turbocharged Cessna in there, one of the high dollar Cessnas. It was kind of cool. And then a 172 that they used to train in that hangar with me. But it was cool.
Hey, Ray, I'm going to join on my iPad. So
Go ahead.
See the chat.
Okay. So it was a cool time. It was fun. I ended up waiting till the end of the day to put all my crap away, and then I drove all the planes back to the hangar, so people thought it was cool to get to see that. Mr. Gelonius, what's happening? But yeah, it wasn't the best performance we've had because of just because of the weather, but we still did good. We didn't have any crashes. That's all that matters. We had an incident, but we didn't have a crash.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Is the mic okay on this thing?
Yep.
Okay,
I
good.
see a plane.
You do see a plane, and it's going to get put away.
Okay. If it gets too noisy, I'll mute it. But anyway, yeah, we had a good time.
How far noise? They're obviously radio chatting because they're busy.
But we had a cool flyover with the beat. There's a group called the Beach Boys do formation passes with smoke and stuff. It was cool. And we did our little show, which was cool too. Ended up working out pretty cool. Oh, so Dirt Steve, you didn't see the incident? I'll have Nate explain it too, but basically he lost signal as it was going away from him, and it just started doing whatever the hell it wanted and freaked him out. I'm like, put the radio up over your head, put the radio over your head. So he held his radio up like this, and then it slowly came back. It was like jerking, going out of signal, in signal, out of signal, in signal. And then he finally got it to turn around and come back. But yeah, it was freaky. It scared the crap out of Little Jack, because Little Jack and I were going to fly with him. Oh, hey, Mr. Nevada, thank you. Put that up there. Thank you for the super sticker, my friend. But we both Jack and I were going to go up after him because we were going to let him fly around like an idiot first. But then, and then we were going to take off and do some formation stuff with him. But it scared Little Jack too much. And I'm like, just to be safe, I'm going to stay down too.
I don't think I lost. I didn't lose signal, dude. So I think something overheated.
Even if it overheated, though, it would have, I don't know what the hell, it would have given you a lot. It would have told you there was a frame loss or a hold.
I didn't have any holds on the
Was it telling you any? Does it tell you if it has a thermal shutdown or anything?
No.
I have to look into mine a little more and see.
Well, I'll tell you what. I flew mine twice yesterday and once today, and it was hot today. The thing was fine. That airport possessed.
No, it's an airport. They're going to have all these other radio transmissions and stuff going on. And from what I've noticed, when it's hot, that just makes things worse.
Well, and I feel that thing sitting, because that's just bare foam. That ESC was probably at like 150 when I took
just
off.
To start, when you took off, it was probably 150.
Yeah, hot in the airport, it's not a good company.
No. Thankfully, none of my planes had an issue. I should have flown the F5 because if that thing went down with the blaze of glory, it would have been a good spot for it. And as usual, Mr. Fred Barron comes through with his super chat for my show that he does every single week, which I very much appreciate. Thank you, sir. The Fred Barron. Thank you very much. Yeah, Angela, we missed you there. I know you're a long ways away. It would have been too much to come out, especially if it was going to be hot.
Man, I didn't do 0.5.
So, anyway.
Whatever happened to that Viper, it scared the shit out of me, I'll tell you that.
No, I know. You were shaking the rest of the day.
And I don't get scared.
The good news is it wasn't going to any of the planes. It was going away, but still.
I mean, dude, if that thing would have just kept going at the angle it was at, it would have glided all the way to San Jose.
Probably would have gone to 101.
Yeah. There we go.
But yeah, it was fun. So I haven't done my usual yet, so let's see if anybody has any questions to ask. Don't have a whole lot to talk about today because I'm just kind of worn out. But was running around on my big red truck today going to try to clean up stuff for an inspection that we've got coming up. So.
Okay, what's the chat say? What's up, guys? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whoa, it was a big bug just flew by me. No, George Watts, we didn't crash. We got close. Thankfully, Nate had some altitude, but his Viper was doing some weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Twin City Moo, I have done everything I can to stay away from RC groups. That place has become so toxic. I can't even deal with it anymore. I don't even want to go there because it's just nothing but arguing.
I did.
But if they're having issues, it doesn't surprise me. Did anybody go in and change their settings? Is my question.
Because
just because if they left it as it comes out of the factory, it's going to be medium timing, and then people are going to end up they're halfway through their flights. It's going to cut their flight time because it's going to have that high cutoff. Thankfully, Nate went in and changed all that for mine. But if you fly it straight out of the box, you're going to have issues because the timing's set to medium, which will give you a higher amp draw, and then the cutoff is set too high. So you'll get about 2 minutes into your flight, and the next thing you know, it's gonna mess up.
Nevada, the rates on the Griffin, the ailerons are they're like between 55 and 60. I don't have my radio, and I think I deleted the model already because I don't have it anymore.
RC Jet Lab, I'm sending stuff this week. So.
George Watts.
Oh, George Watts. Thank you, my friend. Y'all are just dropping some chats today, and I very much appreciate it. Don't require it, but I'm not going to say no when you do, so thank you very much. So yeah, RC Jet. Remind me of your name. Sorry, I don't know all the YouTube, the actual names of people on YouTube. And speaking of which, that's what I was going to bring up. It was cool. I ended up meeting 4 people that have been watching my streams, and they came up and said, "Oh, hey, you're Gooniac. We watch your streams all the time." I had like 4 people do that. It was really cool. So
George, I don't know if you remember, but it's the whole ESC thing. That's if you're talking about the Viper, that's what it is. It's just the ESC. Yeah, I know. Dust Devils at LFE. Tell me about it. Hey Ray, you want to know what we don't get at Tomcats?
you haven't. You mean what you haven't had yet?
No. Of all the years I've flown there, I've never had Dust Devil.
Well, this year a lot of weird shit's happening this year. You never know.
Yes, Hunter Yoakum. It's got wheel pants. It's got.
It's a pretty plane.
It's
That's
got
why
pants.
That's why I was hoping it would have made it to the show because it was really pretty.
Dude, the damn paint would have melted off in that heat.
It was hot. That was hot.
Red in the sun is the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have gone that day, but I mean, every plane you see that's red that sits out on a ramp, they just look like complete.
Yeah. Well, if you keep it waxed or sealed, you'll be fine.
Yeah, George Watch. Just go back to one of the previous shows, and last week I did a pretty in-depth thing on how to read.
Well, George, I'll just tell you up front. Default, everything. I mean, the plane will work fine, but default, everything is set in ways that won't really work that well. The timing is set to medium, which is just going to cause extra amp draw for that motor, and the cutoff is set too high. So you want it to be set as low as you can so you can get as much flight time as you can.
Do you have a Spectrum radio, George? Because I know you don't fly Spectrum, but do you own any like Generation 2 Spectrum? Because if you don't have a Spectrum, either you're going to have to bind it to some, unless you got the ARF. Because if you got the ARF, but I'm assuming you probably got the bind and fly. Unless you have a Spectrum or have access to somebody with a Spectrum to fix it, you'll have to buy the programming for it.
You can buy a little programmer to do it on the computer.
No, you can buy.
Buy a programmer. Do it. It's there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You have a DX8 Gen 2, so you'll be fine. You just have to update it maybe if it hasn't been updated in a while and just do the fix. It's easy.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have, well, Nate showed us on live. You just have to make sure you've got all of your throws at 100%, and then as soon as you plug it in, within 30 seconds, you go in there and log in.
Yeah, Mom, could that have been more late response? I answered the question, Mom. It's okay. Oh my God, it's Hugh McMahon. Well, ish. I shouldn't be talking around all these other people in here about humidity.
But Lyndon Stewart, hey Lyndon Stewart, yes, that's a good question because I do like it. Strangely enough. And the main reason why I do is because of the tail dragger.
Oh, yeah, dude, that thing's cool. My Dago Red shows up tomorrow. That's going to be pretty cool.
Cool. But yeah, that new, I like it because I like the tail dragger. I liked the way it flew, but I hated, number one, the gear were too hard. The wheels were too hard.
Yeah, it sounded like a train when it was on the ground.
Yeah, and the nose gear would always wiggle around and shake and make noise. So no, I didn't care for that. But as soon as I saw the tail dragger, oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I want one.
So wait a minute, Angelo. So you had a Dust Devil go tear through. Yeah, and they're actually, you know what? When we were in Oakdale, there were Dust Devils too that were pretty bad.
Yeah. It's so nice living so close to the airport, dude.
Yeah, Paul McNeil, I have no choice because all that smoke from that fire is covering our.
Oh
air.
yeah, yeah. I thought I was gonna go out and actually fly around, but then my instructor took a little bit to respond just before I could fly, so I only had really enough time to, if I wanted to do a lot of landings, I just did landings. But dude, even at pattern altitude, like the visibility was horrible.
What's up,
Like,
Coach?
like if I would have gone maybe 1,000 feet higher, the airport would have been like covered in smoke.
Yeah, there's waves of smoke I can see. I think it's kind of cleared up right now, but for the most part, it's pretty bad. And air shows what's happening. But yeah, and George Watts, that's exactly it. I prefer it. I prefer it with that tail drag. It looks really cool.
Although from what I've seen, I mean, I haven't seen the thing in person, but I already saw like if you're backing up with the tail wheel is just gonna,
Flop around.
It doesn't look like it's the best tail wheel, but I swear every big plane that they have with a tail wheel, the thing sucks. But whatever.
That's easy to change. It's easy to fix.
Well, yeah, at least it's not as complicated as the damn Draco, so you actually have room to improve it. Whereas a Draco, it's got all these moving
So I never did see what the price was. What was the price?
It's $4.99.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more. When the first one came out, it was like $4.99. So I mean, tail dragger plus smart. I mean,
I think it was $3.99, right?
Yeah, it was $3.99 when it was $3.99 when the original one came out with a nose wheel. So extra. And the cool thing is it was tail dragger, but you can also still put the nose wheel on it if maybe you have an old beat up Cessna 150 and you want to get one, but you like the nose wheel config before. You can still put the nose wheel in it, and the smart new receiver. That's cool. Twin City move. Yeah, I have the F4 Freewing. I have the 6S High Performance.
Actually, you know what, you guys? I have that video. I don't know if y'all have seen it. I can post a link to it.
Of Mike and I flying them?
Yeah, you and Mike flying it. I just got a copyright strike for it, for the music, but whatever.
Freaking Mike's, dude. His was all out of whack.
It's all out of whack.
Because he didn't set his tails right, so the thing on takeoff, he takes off and it just goes like over the road. You could see it in the video, that left tail's like half an inch up compared to the right one. And then it was in the ground a week later. But yeah, I love the F4. I was gonna fly it at the air show, but screw that.
Yeah, everything went weird. I think that was just heat. I don't think that the ESC you had would have had an issue, but better to be safe.
Well, if I was flying any other plane, I mean, if I was flying the Focke-Wulf, the thing wouldn't go that far because it's not as slow. But if I was flying the F4 or the F5, with how far that Viper got, I would have lost it.
Yeah. The Viper's big, so you can see it. But
yeah, I kept my eye on it, and it finally. Yeah. The F4 I flew Mike's 8S F4. It flies fine on 8S, but it's heavy. That's what I like about the 6S is it's like it's not heavy, but it's not light. So the plane still flies really locked in, but you can really slow the 6S down on landing. And that in-runner, that new 6S, I remember when I flew with Mike, his would like get up to speed, a little faster, but we were honestly like the same speed. He was maybe like 5 miles an hour.
I don't even think it was faster. I just think that it
his had more acceleration.
It accelerated faster.
Well, and I was lighter than him. I got more flight time. So the 6S High Performance is the way to go with that plane, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's not heavy.
No, and it's a good combo.
Yeah, the 9-blade in that one works really well. The 9-blade in the F5 works really good, too. Thing's fast.
Yeah, and that new setup in the Viper is surprisingly good.
The 1950, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you want to look at the, you can see I compared the two 6S and 8S in that video, that link that I posted. So check that out. That was from a few months ago.
That was back in the wintertime when we were having the north winds.
Yeah.
Because I remember on my one landing in the video, the thing's coming in wing real low.
Yep.
It's so weird the wind here. Like the wind is always down like 3-1, and then in the afternoon it's right down 2-4 at like 20 knots. But then right about now the wind's like a 45 crosswind across 2-4, making it a tailwind down 3-1. It's super weird. Are
those firefighting planes going out a lot?
These ones haven't been so much. They were out yesterday. The Bronco's gone now. I don't know where the Bronco is. It's probably being put somewhere else.
Yeah, they use those as spotters.
Well, they tell the tankers where to drop too. They trail the smoke and the tanker flies right through the smoke. Yeah, I don't know. It was here yesterday. Now it's gone. It might be parked somewhere else.
Damn it! I forgot to post that video. I got a C-17 video yesterday. It's worth posting.
But yeah, the tanker guys, one of them was gone all day yesterday, and the other one took off and came back like 20 minutes later. They're all going north when they're flying right now. They're probably.
Oh yeah, Jeff, don't worry. I got your stuff coming. I see you. I got your stuff coming. Don't worry.
They're backing up for like the Sacramento guys or something.
Yeah, because there's a big. That's the big base where they have the Hercules and other stuff is out there. In,
McClellan.
Sacramento. So RC Jet Labs, Jeff, I got you, man. Don't worry. I'll get you this week.
Yeah, Paul.
Got it set to go up.
The fires here are pretty ridiculous right now. Yeah, last year was still worse, but it's pretty bad this year.
It's basically a yearly thing now. It's a really sick thing, and it happens all over, like parts of the Midwest, the Pacific Northwest. It's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see? Now that we've got all this reversing stuff, I'd like to see them. That's a good question, Lyndon. I'd like to see them come up with a new, and Mickey BRC, the Hercules. Okay, before I get to Lyndon here, I'll leave it up there.
Hercules.
So yesterday, my spotting friend got a hold of me and told me what was coming. So we have
the tactical descent.
Yeah, that was cool. We have a special forces are stationed here at Moffett called the 129th. So they have Blackhawks and C-130s. So they had been doing something over in Hawaii. So the C-17 and a C-17 and a C-5 had taken them over. And they were done with what they were doing. So the C-130 was on its way back. And the C-130 took off first. But then the C-17 took off after. And the C-17 almost caught it, but had to do a little circle so that it would, do some separation. But on the way back, the Hercules didn't fly over me like it always does. It did a really short final, so I missed that. But then I followed the C-17 and was able to get it coming over me. And did you see the video of the tactical descent, Nate?
Yeah, where he slams the reverse and he puts
the nose. They hit the reverse and put the nose down, and it goes from 30,000 feet to 5,000 in a matter of a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, the one I did last week was a little better because I showed the radio a little more, but and George Watts, there's zooms and everything, so I can, if you have a question, feel free.
But yeah, so
and if you join late, Air Marshal's going to be too screwed up to do anything. He's going to be on his gummies, so I'll be there.
So what I was going to say, Lyndon Stewart, was that what I'd really like for them to do is come up with a Tucano, a Super Tucano, or something that's like a turboprop.
You know what I want to do? I have a 60th Avian out of my Night Timber X that I demolished. I kind of want to just buy the PC-21 FMS.
Oh yeah, you could do it.
Put that ESC in it.
The only thing about that plane is you got to change the gear. The gear's really weak. I mean, not weak. It's just really rough. Yeah. Suber Racing. I haven't posted that video. You're lucky. You got the first ones. I don't know if I sent you the video, but
what?
I sent you the pictures of the C-17. Nate, it would have gone right over where you used to live. So I couldn't.
I don't honestly, dude. I don't care.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying. I was like, oh wait, it's gonna go over Nate.
I could sacrifice for what I have now. House, better house, a flying field outside my house. And I can basically fly this thing whenever I want now. I don't have to drive, an hour in weekday traffic to get to the airport.
William Hope, what's up?
What's up?
Mr. Wrecking Roy, a few other people have come in, so I got to say howdy. Mr. Kenny! Hangar 51, what's up?
Has everybody seen this plane or not?
What plane? Your plane?
My plane, yeah.
Just show them. Show it, I don't care.
I'm going to rejoin on the phone so I can, walk around a little easier.
Okay, go ahead. pause for this. What do you call it? I don't know what to call it. My brain's not working. I'm tired. But yeah, I'll keep asking questions. So there's Nate. Put Mr. Fathead back on there. There it is.
Fathead. Oh shit, that's one. Are they up in the tower?
Fatheadimus.
So yeah, if you see the, I don't know where the Bronco is. The Bronco's gone. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty smoky.
Yeah, it has been.
Or they leave the lights on in the tower by accident. I love it.
Actually, you know what? That would be cool too. If they made some S2s, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Especially now that they've got the reversing ESCs, that would be perfect.
I don't know.
There you go, Andy. That's what I meant. Intermission.
I don't know if there's any CAL FIRE employees left because I want to go up to the planes. I know they know me. They probably wouldn't care either way. Because technically, you know, God damn it, switch. Stupid thing.
You don't want to look up your nose?
Should I show them the inside or should I show them?
Whatever. Just not everybody's seen it.
I mean, most people have seen it, but I know there's some newbies to the show. So, this is our family airplane. It's a 1974 Cessna 172M. Very pristine. I think when we bought it, the plane had like 400 something hours airframe time on it.
So who did the detailing?
Hangar 9 Twin Otter.
Who did the detailing?
What do you mean, who did the detailing?
Who got it all cleaned up and pretty?
The guy who owned it before us. Oh, yeah, you see these rivets?
Mm.
I painted those.
Oh, that's nice.
Because the only real damage on the plane was these fairings. I don't know if the guy who owned it before was like a lazy mofo, but like both of the elevator fairings were like scratched up hella. So we got new fairings.
Fiberglass or aluminum?
Yeah, they're like fiberglass.
Yeah, those fall apart.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
This one started cracking after we finished the annual, so this one's gonna get replaced. And then, no, these ones didn't get replaced. These ones are okay.
The actual wingtips are they fiberglass?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the wingtips come off so you can get to the lights if you need to. Maybe. Which I want to put LEDs on this thing because they don't draw any power. It's so funny. I was flying and when the sun was starting to like go down, I turned the strobes on. You can just see the battery voltage drop by like 0.4 volts.
Yep, because those are the old style.
These old bulbs draw a lot, but you can put LEDs inside. You don't have to change these. You fit an LED, and this pops off, and this whole wingtip pops off because you can see the separation.
Yep. Where I one of my vendors, he was working on a wingtip for an airplane.
And then the prop tips got repainted. Yeah, you can tell it gets rocky out here sometimes, though. The prop gets gnarred up.
No way around it.
Huh?
There ain't no way around it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you should see these things. If you look at these things up close, there's a guy doing some night ops. If you look at the prop tips of these things, when they hit reverse, they can get gnarred up. There's CAL FIRE. Yeah. What else? New exhaust.
Ryan?
The exhaust looks kind of goofy because it's a brand new exhaust. We found that was cracked on the annual, so that's fun.
Plane's quieter now, I'm sure.
I mean, not noticeable because I have my Bose active noise reduction headset. So
I'm talking about on the outside. Have you ever been on the outside when it was running? It's gonna sound.
Yeah,
better.
but usually when you can't. It's probably so little of a difference. Can't tell. It's the hangar, by the way. I'm sure most people have seen it, but that's my mom's part of the hangar. 2 P-51s that are based here. Another P-51 photo shoot. Actually, that's for everybody. And that's my mom's side. Right over there. Big old toolbox. Airplane stuffs. Fridge. Microwave. You know. I can show you inside. Got a battery tender for this thing. If anybody's wondering why this thing's plugged in, it's a battery tender.
It's good for the battery.
Yes. Because, sometimes we'd come out here and we'd go to start the plane and it would turn on twice. It'd be like, and I'm like, fuck. This is the inside. You know, got the G5s, the GTN 750. It's a clean interior. Seats are really comfy. But Stratics. You know, it's an old plane. There's the ashtrays. I love the old ashtrays. But yeah, it's a checklist. Mom keeps a kneeboard in here for IFR crap. But yeah, it's a nice plane. Flies really nice. Much better than a renting company's airplanes. I mean, Jesus, it actually flies straight. Although we need to bang out that rudder tab when you're flying along at cruise. You need to like rest your foot on the left rudder, or else it'll fly kind of off to the right. So I kind of want to like go on this tab and go bang. It's already got quite a bit of left if you look. Oh yeah, that's right. My mom just texted me, turn on the panel. I couldn't do that because the battery would die. But now we got a tender, I can light it up. Yeah, if you look at this thing, it's already got quite a bit of left in it. But if we just bang it a little more, the thing won't need any rudder.
So is it already? It's not an adjustable tab?
No, the only adjustable trim is the elevator. You can kind of see it working. But yeah, this is like the aileron don't have any. Huh?
You actually have to bend it.
Yeah, but yeah, we can adjust elevator trim. I mean, that's the most crucial because you can fight out the rudder and the aileron, but the elevator is nice. Like when you're landing, you can throw in some up trim, makes your life a lot easier when you go to round out. All right, let me plug this guy. Light up the plane. Okay, throw the master on. So then you can hear the thing winding up. So these things turn on, and then go to the avionics, and then you'll see this big guy light up. There's the PA that turns on. Take a second to boot up these things. I'll turn these up. These things.
The artificial horizon speeding up.
These G5s are pretty cool. Turn these up so you can actually see it. Get my fat ass inside this thing. But yeah, so this thing's pretty cool. So you could set it to how much fuel you burn, how much fuel you have. I don't know why it hasn't. This thing's full of fuel. I don't know why it hasn't been resetting. But yeah, you can go map. And usually when I fly, I just go direct, find KCDH Hollister. Just so if I go flying, it tells you the distance from the airport. But the radios. So let me turn on the. Never mind. That speaker's kind of goofy. Yeah, radio, secondary radio transponder. So you're getting hijacked. 7500. Oil temp is still on because I flew.
What's the altitude there?
230.
Okay, so you're up a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, the battery's down to 11.7 because I got the panel lit up. But luckily with the tender, it'll keep it lit up. It's got these interior lights too. These things kind of suck though. And if you're doing like IFR, you can like set this to be on like a red light kind of deal. But
yeah, the red won't affect your eyes. You guys need to change all those lights to LEDs. Then your battery.
Let me light the plane up.
Then your batteries won't die.
Yeah, these old strobes, they like flick really. They just
yeah, and they've got those big old capacitors in there.
You can hear them.
You can hear them pop. Yeah, and they hear them pop and charge. That's an LED.
Yeah, you can actually, and the beacon is an LED too, so that thing's pretty bright. But yeah, these things you can hear them working.
Recharging and popping.
You hear it?
Yep. Tick tick tick.
Yeah, this is an awesome plane though. All right, let me turn it off before it starts yelling at me. Put me back. Turn me off. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Oops.
You don't want to see my fat head. God damn it. I have to, like, flip the thing twice for it to switch cameras. Okay. But, yeah. That's the plane. Let me plug this battery tender back in. It's like those old, what do they call those connectors? The ones that you can, like, snap on.
Those are Anderson.
Yeah, this is like a big one of those.
Yeah. Polarized. So you can only plug it in the right way.
Yeah. There's the inside. Can't really see much in there. But yeah. It's a neat looking plane, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If the 150 that Horizon came out with the 172, I'd repaint it like this.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that they did a 150 tail dragger, but I'd prefer if they did a 185 tail dragger.
Yes, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. They've already done a mall, which is cool.
But that mall is kind of Yeah, I'm gonna join back on the iPad.
Okay. What's up, RC Air Marshal? Hope you guys are doing okay over there. I know they've got some inclement weather going on.
Hey.
So somebody was asking about rates. Did you already get the rates for your Griffin?
Yeah, I told whoever asked, I told them between 55 and 60, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Air Marshal, I'm about to blow this bitch up.
Blew it.
Kenny, I guess there was like, according to Dave, there was some tornadoes or something.
He made a post on
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
he did a YouTube post.
So you can see it.
Oh yeah, my mom's carving guillas. But actually, I always make fun of my mom for this thing, but is this? Oh, that helps. Nah, actually, it's too bright. My mom has this like vanity mirror that lights up, but it's too bright. Yeah, I know, vanity mirror. Let's test on a coming gear, but the brake and turn signals went out, so I had to use hand signals, and that's funny.
So what else is going on with y'all? Anybody else got anything else they want to talk about? Any other questions or any other comments?
Airplanes are cool.
Guess there were some air shows over the weekend that people were.
Yeah, Wings over Camarillo. There's
one up north.
Yeah. They were gonna have the big one in Tahoe, but obviously that got canceled because of smoke.
God, that sucks. I'm looking forward to seeing the Blue Angels come up for Fleet Week.
Yeah, Nevada. I always have the rates Wicked High or Expo Wicked High. I think it was like 60%.
Yeah, Expo High actually works way better than you think, people. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Mhm. Yeah, dude. Freaking this thing. It's so funny. So this airplane this thing will just glide, but it's so funny when you're doing short field. Obviously, you're gonna use full flaps, and dilly dallying in the pattern. I turn final. I just slam the flaps down to 40. 65 miles an hour, short final, planted on the numbers, stopped within 2 centerline stripes. Pretty good. It's the first taxiway on the runway 24 is only like 600 feet down. And with the headwind and full flaps, I was landing so slow that I actually had to taxi to the taxiway. That thing will land pretty slow. If you put it on the numbers and, short field, you're going to get on the brakes. I wasn't even getting on the brakes that hard. I was just slowing down. So if I got on the brakes hard, I'd luckily there's nobody else in the pattern. The short field.
RC Air Marshal, that's hilarious. You had the Dodge Omni GLH, and I had the another version of that same car. I had the Shadow ES, which was almost the same car. Although the Omni was the one that everybody wanted to autocross back in the days. And then the Shadow came out. Yeah, I had the Shadow. That was when I was what? It wasn't my car. It was my mom's car when I drove it. Dodge Shadow ES.
Mickey B. There's no. I don't know of any full scale influencers that say use my link, but I don't know what you mean by influencer. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Like Jobs, those people, whatever. It's not like I'm a huge fan.
What's his name? Isn't Mojo or Mike Ojo, Mojo Grip? Isn't he considered an influencer?
He's annoying.
I know. I'm not saying he isn't, but isn't he considered
I did have my Vulcan on
influencer?
Thursday and my Avanti ARF Plus on Friday. Tip stalled the thing. 60% rate tension next both landing flaps. Going to start my race lower on through and going forward. Okay. Sorry, Airvex. Yeah, Steve-O's cool. Steve-O went to Nevo. He's pretty cool. Mike paid him. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, those were the. I'll never forget that they had the Popular Science had a breakdown on all those cool cars from that time. The Shadow was different. The Shadow was kind of like a Chrysler LeBaron, but it was a badass little car. That thing was fun. I actually could.
I don't.
We raced. I was able to race 5.0 Mustangs of the day and actually keep up with them. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, Mickey B. No, I don't watch Premier One Driver. I don't. The couple times I watched his videos, I never really found them amusing. So, Nate, where are you at in your flight training? Well, I got my glider license at the beginning of this month, and right now I'm just waiting to be of age to take my check ride in this thing. I mean, I just soloed before the show. I went out and did just 6 patterns before the sun went down. But yeah, I'm got my glider license, and I'm just waiting to be of age. I'm gonna start doing my cross country stuff before my check ride. Obviously, I got to do that.
Airvex, you bring up a good point. RC Air Marshal, those cars were crap, but they were fast. And they were a race car. Anybody that liked race cars, they were great because you could just gut out all the crap you didn't want. And a lot of the stuff was made out of fiberglass anyway. So, yeah, it was good. Airvex, this is something that I always tell people about their planes. Tip stalling is not really tip stalling. Tip stalling is just having too much elevator throw. You need to figure out.
The heck?
What is that?
Is that iFry RC?
What the heck?
iFry RC.
I don't know what that is.
And we all, the people who know, we all know who iFry RC is, but we don't talk about that. Yeah. So.
What was I gonna say?
Big Chris. I haven't really had. I mean, I had a motor go bad in my A10, but that's just everybody.
So, Airvex, this is something you need to do. This is something I try to get people to do with all their planes. If you notice that when you pull up elevator and if you hold full up elevator and you dip a wing, that means you've got and the plane starts to roll uncontrollably. You've got too much elevator. You need to go in and dial back your elevator throw.
Well,
I usually go 5% at a time.
That I agree, but also there's a point in time where it doesn't matter how much elevator throw you have or how little you have. There's a point where that plane is going to stop flying. Well,
that's stall speed. I'm not talking about regular flying speed.
Here the real question is, how did you tip stall? Were you like in a high speed turn, or were you like turning final and you were just too slow? Because even if you don't have a lot of elevator throw, the classic base to final tip stall is going to get you. Now, if you have more throws, it's going to get you quicker. But
it's going to get you quicker.
Even with low throws, the base to final tip stall is going to happen.
Yeah.
So
But almost everybody uses too much elevator throw.
oh yeah, yeah.
So if you're not careful,
There's just
especially at those times when your plane's getting slow and you're
yeah,
low,
because like I said, when your plane is slow, it doesn't matter. It's slow. Things are gonna happen. DMMS. Well, I mean, you RC pilots don't pay attention to that stuff. Define minimum maneuvering speed. Have a minimum speed to where you can bank the airplane more than 30 degrees and you'll be okay. Now, when I'm flying this thing, if you're going more than 30 degrees, you don't really want to get the thing below 75. But when I'm turning, when I'm on final and I'm not maneuvering more than 30 degrees bank, you can slow down.
yeah. But that's something people need to pay attention to with their planes, especially a plane like that new Vulcan, which is going to be tippy. You can tell just by the wing design. Um, you need to pay attention to what your elevator's doing. If you pull up elevator and it starts to roll one way or the other, I'm talking about at normal speeds.
Oh yeah. No,
Then you need to
makes
dial
sense.
that back.
If you're going along and you yank it and
It
it
dips to
drops a
one
wing,
side.
like you see the plane buff and it drops. That's
Mm-mm.
an accelerated stall cause. Either it's probably just too much elevator.
Too much elevator throw. Okay, Hunter Yoko. I'm landing with flaps. Yes, you do.
Is that a car or is that an airplane? That's an airplane. It sounds really weird.
So that's a good point to bring up to Hunter Yoko. The thing is that most people don't understand is you need to, when you're slowing down and you have flaps and all that stuff going, your throttle is what controls your sink rate, and your elevator is what's used to control your altitude, your attitude, and ailerons. Make you go turn left or right. But when you're coming into land, the only thing you're really moving is ailerons and throttle.
Well, another mistake people make a lot too is if they're on final and the plane gets slow and they stall, they try to correct it with opposite aileron, which just adds another.
Just makes it worse.
Stall.
Then you get a tank slapper.
Yeah, then you get a.
Just add throttle.
Final turning too slow with landing flaps that rolled faster than. So that's not too much throw. You just kind of the classic base to final tip stall. It's gonna happen to everybody at some point. And when it happens to people in full scale, it's tragic.
It kills them.
Well, you can't recover.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't kill them, but people crash.
Well, usually what happens is they're turning final, and the common scenario is they overshoot final, and instead of just continuing the final, like when I was flying today, I overshot my final once. I just kept my bank coming, and I just turned. But a lot of people, what they do is they try to steepen the bank to get there, and then it
just falls over.
It falls over, and then the thing's pointing straight at the ground. And by the time they realize what's going on, boom, you're done. So there's nothing you can do. But it just it happens.
So Civil Racing, I first learned how to drive stick shift in a Cessna, in a Chevy C10.
Driving a stick shift is harder than flying this thing.
Yeah. 3-speed on the column, inline 6. And then he changed it out to a big old huge truck transmission with the granny gear. The granny gear, that thing broke my neck the first time. He didn't tell me anything. I just started dumping the clutch and hit some accelerator, and then it was just I couldn't get out of it. Couldn't reach the shifter, couldn't do anything. Sat there and bounced around for a good 10-15 seconds before I could push the clutch back in.
Yeah. Airvex. A lot of things with free-wing planes, you have to put the push rods on yourself. E-flight planes, if you look at an E-flight plane like the Viper, the push rods are already installed, but the thing is so far up on the servo arm. So you have to leave your throw higher because you're getting less movement. But with a lot of free-wing planes, people just put it on like the outermost hole. So, and then you have to dial the throw back. If you look at every E-flight jet, you see the aileron throws or the aileron, but the Z-bend is like all the way up on the servo. So,
what's up, DMG?
Yeah. So, shit happens.
So yeah, those old school granny gears, you're not supposed to use you don't accelerate. You just kind of let it drag and pull. And I didn't know, and it was just like, oh, wow, 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 wow. It was easily 20, 30 seconds, and I couldn't reach anything. I'm like, wow, wow. It was just all the driveline lash. And then I finally, I mean, it wasn't a big lot, so it didn't matter. But I couldn't reach anything. I was all,
I know what that is. It's probably that little tiny Lancer going back home. That guy's playing this. You remember seeing that little Lancer? Yes.
What's the red and white one?
No, the little blue one.
Where?
Oh, it was at Reed Hillview yesterday. No, that guy is based out of Reed Hillview. I don't know. I'm looking at
the one I saw was red and white.
No, I know, but there's also a little tiny blue one, and the guy's based at Reed Hillview, but he works here, so he flies it. Flies here. That might have just been him that just took off, but
okay.
The new 90mm Viper is freaking fast. Yes, it is. It is fast.
Only got one flight on mine, so
probably a good thing you didn't go for your second at the air show.
I think it would have been okay.
I
just got to keep it close. I flew. It was a hotter day when I flew, when I maidened it.
I see that's my whole thing again is yes, it was hotter when you flew it, but the thing was sitting in the sun.
Yeah, that's true. Mine was.
So that ESC was at normal flying temperature.
Actually, mine was because I had to do all those pre-flights, so it was pretty warm too. When I first took off, it was 159 degrees.
Yeah, I should have checked mine when I landed, but.
And then when I landed, it was 128. So it went back down.
Yeah, it's I don't know, and it didn't help that it was probably already hot. You know, I'm flying in an air show, and we agreed I'm gonna make the crowd go wild, so I'm flying like a madman. Not to
mention all the extra load you were putting on it from all the maneuvers. So I think that if that onboard onboard BEC wasn't there, it would cool the temperature quite a bit.
Whatever. I got all my confidence back because I flew it in. It was fine. Something weird happened that was a one-off deal because I flew it in my house. I've flown it 3 times since then, and it no more than 30 frame loss when I fly it. I don't know. It was really weird. It scared the crap out of me. That's all I'll tell you.
Yep, been there, felt that. Don't like it.
Yeah, I mean that was like holy shit. And where it was going, I wasn't so much worried about I wasn't so much worried about the plane. I was like, okay, if it does go down, where's it going to go down? In the sense of, is it going to hit somebody's house? Because there's nothing but houses where the thing was going to go.
It was going to be in the middle of the city.
That's why they want to close Reed Hillview.
No, it's developers that want it.
Well,
they're not going to be able to develop that place for years.
All the pilots I know that fly, they're like, yeah, Reed Hillview's great, but if you lose your engine on takeoff, you're screwed.
You're screwed. But the thing is, that airport's been there longer than the houses have been.
Oh, I know. But, I mean...
there was just a big empty field.
The houses are probably going to... in this day and age, the houses are going to win.
Yeah, we'll see. Depends on the politician.
I beg to defer, David Martin Graff. The F-16...
It looks like it's faster, but it's slower, but it's not.
Yeah, the F-16 80mm is really fast.
It flies heavy.
So I wouldn't say that.
It might seem it flies heavy
compared to the 70. But it's not as piggy as the Freewing.
Yeah, the 70 flies a lot lighter, but it's not faster.
It's definitely not faster. No. If you let that 80 unwind, it's fast.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Well over 100. The 70s barely 100, not even 100 really.
Freewing Pig 16.
Yeah, mine's up for sale too, guys. So anybody local that wants.
I find it kind of funny that you're getting rid of your Freewing because you got the E-Fly, but then you wrecked the good one.
I don't care. I'm gonna get rid of them. I'll get rid of it still.
Oh, I know, but it just sucked. You killed the good F-16.
Yeah, that's all right. When it's time, I'll get another one. Actually,
the 80 F16 does cook.
I've got something special coming for a new one if I get it, so we're all good.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Don't tell Bob.
Something very special.
If you tell Andy or Bob, I'm gonna find out.
I ain't telling nobody, so you'll see when you see.
It ain't gonna be as cool as Bobby's, I'll tell you that. Bobby's F16 is the coolest.
Who?
The Hamburglar.
Oh God.
The Hamburglar tail, dude.
Oh God.
Oh my God, dude! Oh my God, this is so funny. So somebody.
Yeah, Sever, I make it for the Viper. I make it for pretty much anything popular.
Somebody in the Zoom on Friday, I'm not going to mention names unless he doesn't care, but he somehow got the link to Pilot Ryan's deleted stream when he used the Swiffer to battle the ghost, dude. Oh my God, that's so funny. I rewatched that whole thing. That was so funny. Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, guys, the new Scorpion, the Scorpion's going to be coming with that same setup that the hell, put that away. The Scorpion's going to come with the same setup that the Viper has eventually, because they're already selling that at RC Castle.
Oh, the Bronco's back.
So yeah, there will be a new in-runner and that new Scorpion, so that thing's going to cook too. It's going to be damn good. But the Bronco just came back?
I hear it. Oh yeah, she's landing. I'm gonna join on the phone so you guys can watch.
Okay. I hear it.
Hi.
I heard it. I hear the turboproppage.
That's why they're all still here. I'm like, why are the employees still here in the dark?
Because there's still one there. Still one coming in.
I'm not gonna be able. You guys aren't gonna be able to see the landing, but I'll get her texting back.
I'm on my. I'm following it myself.
And I say I'm gonna follow her because the pilot who flies this is a woman.
They always sound so cool too. Oh hey, Mickey VRC, this is one of the planes that you have, I think.
Yeah, this isn't the exact one though.
But it's the same.
He did 460, and we usually have 460 here, but this one's 501.
Yeah, no, it says 460.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
Maybe that's why she was gone. She's getting 460 back.
Yeah, it says 460. Flying over the airport now. She didn't land, or did she?
She's right there.
On the runway?
Yeah, she just landed on 3-1. Okay. I was expecting her to land 2-4, but I forgot. The winds are calm.
I'm waiting to hear the reverse thrust. Where's that? There it is.
I'll get her taxiing back. I usually would stand on the taxiway, but it's pitch black, so I don't want to stand on the taxiway. She's like, oh my God. She's like, there's a human.
So, my F-22... I don't remember.
There's Sherman Spook C-28 without an engine. That's the one I flew in. It doesn't have an engine on it right now, though.
That's a cool thing. I should have taken pictures. There were 2 crates full of two engine crates.
So that explains why she was gone so long, because she was probably getting the old one back. It was. I think it was an annual or something, or it had something wrong with it. Something.
They're old planes.
Yeah,
my bird?
They had 501 here for a while, and that one it's still an old. It was demilitarized and repainted Cal Fire scheme.
All we see is a black screen.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. That's better.
That's because I had to point it at the floor. I'm just waiting for her to taxi by. I'm just gonna stand by the fuel trucks.
What's
Yeah,
up with you?
it's so foreign to see them flying at night. I mean, the tankers aren't flying at night, but it's just a Bronco. Yeah, she probably, because she took off earlier, she probably flew up to McClellan, and because they do all their maintenance at McClellan. Yeah, I don't know if you can see.
I can follow where she was. Let me see.
She's taxiing back. She's on taxiway Alpha.
It was circling around a fire a long time. No, it was. It was circling around the fire for a long time.
Maybe this isn't.
It's 460. It started there. It originated there in Hollister. Went around, flew around for. It's been in the air for 4 hours.
Weird.
Loitered around a fire for a long time.
Interesting.
And it just came back.
Yeah, I'll get her taxiing by.
Yeah, there's all these little squiggles going around the.
So I don't know if you can hear her, but those things, if you don't have the prop set, they'll taxi so fast they have to slam bait on when they're taxiing. Can you hear her?
That's the way they stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Taxi's by and she just sees me standing here like, what? Here's the blue dot. You can't see it. My run-up dot. Or our run-up dot. The airport run-up dot.
They get real loud when the props go flat. Yeah, that's how they stop. They slow down.
I love the wigwag LED lights.
The only way to fix that is to make tighten everything up. Lyndon Stewart. You have to make sure that the linkage is not sloppy. If it's sloppy, it's going to shake.
Can you see her?
Kinda. I see the red light. I see the wigwag.
Ah!
I see the wigwags. Oh yeah. Hold your phone to the side.
What?
Hold the phone on its side. It'll go to full screen. There you go. Yeah, oh yeah, we can see it full screen now. There you go, Mickey B. There's your plane. Yeah, I heard she's using the props for brakes.
What?
Nothing. Talking to the people.
Oh, I can't hear anything. The thing's so loud. That's pretty cool. You guys got to actually see something.
Yeah. When you held it sideways, it was better. Mickey B, we live near Moffett. I live near Moffett. So whenever the C-130s fly over, you know they're going to land. You hear them land, you hear them reverse thrust, and then you hear everything go flat because they're so loud.
Oh, yeah. There's the Jet A. Woo! Oh, my God. I love that smell.
That's the exhaust.
Yeah.
RC Air Marshal, you want to know what gear is due to? The Dynam Cessna's gear. Oh my God, terrible. That's why I ripped it and changed it to.
And there they are. Shut her down.
Ripped it and changed it to a tail dragger. It flew over Newman.
Your old hometown.
Yeah.
Bumfuck Newman.
Yeah, here, look.
I'm still the only one on the stream.
I know, I'm switching right now. So look, this is the but you can't see it. Hold on a second.
No, I know. I heard them on the radio because they got this, like, the radio blaring.
It's just funny when you look at the squiggles. So you can see the squiggles. Can't see the squiggles. Damn it. What about now? Still can't see the damn squiggles.
Turn your brightness down.
I tried to. It didn't work. It's just all these circles. There's still more flying. Who's flying?
Really?
That? No, that's something else. The C-26. Oh my God, that one too. That's another fire plane. Holy crap! It's been doing squiggles.
Well, I know the helicopters. They'll still fly at night.
Yeah, this one's going back to land. This is a Swearingen C-26. It's been flying around doing circuits.
Oh yeah, that is 460. You're right. Huh. Really weird.
That one took off at Mather. Yep, up there, circling around.
Yeah. Yeah, they're busy.
Suckage.
It's just so weird. I've never seen one of them fly at night. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary, but I mean, it is. But you know what I mean. Dude, that little pull-up machine that's been sitting next to that hangar, it's probably been there for 20 years. It's hilarious. It's just a random pull-up machine in the middle of the hangar row.
Alrighty. It's a lot of air traffic again. Air traffic was pretty much dead for a while.
Well, yeah, that was when we flew the Cessna 1,500 feet right over SFO because they only had literally. I remember when we did that like height of COVID.
Yeah, there was nothing in the air.
Literally, only at the 10 minutes we circled over, only 2 planes landed, and only 1 had taken off.
Right. What is that? Oh, hey, look, check that out. What do they call it? The plane from Palmdale, Sophia. It just took off.
The 747.
Yeah, it just took off.
The shortened one.
Mm-hmm. I saw this thing. It wasn't any. You know how the 747s and the other big planes have that certain look.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I'm like, what is this? It didn't have an airline next to it, so I clicked it, and it's Sophia.
Oh, nice.
Goofy looking thing.
It's like a stubby 747.
That's what it is. It's one of the old ones from the 70s.
Probably loud as hell too.
Yeah, it's the older. It's a 200.
I know those old NASA Gulfstreams. Even with the hush kit on them, they're still loud.
I think they only have one now.
Yeah, and it goes over you quite a bit sometimes.
Well, it's still rare to see it, but that thing was loud. I got a video.
I know they are loud.
Loud.
Old Gulfstream 3s.
Those Spays.
Yep.
Oh, what else? Is that only one? What's this one? Oh, that's Cathay. Or Nippon Cargo.
Nippon.
But anyway.
Nippon.
So let's see. Other people are asking stuff. I've been looking away. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the chat either. I'm just seeing if this is our usual Bronco pilot. It looks like they're pulling shit out of it. They must have like picked up stuff.
Let me see which one that was that went past. Mickey BRC. Let's go back to Hollister.
This is AirTag 460. Mickey B did 460. I remember seeing that.
Did they already shut down?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 460. I can see the tail.
Well, what's the N number?
The N number should be. Is it 415? Delta Foxtrot. I can't see it. I see the big 460 on the tail. It's either 415 or 403. No, 403 is that's 501. That one is 415.
Okay.
And then our tankers are 458 and 445, and they all end in Delta Foxtrot in the tail number. DF, Department Fire, CDF. We have tanker 79, tanker 80. But I remember last year when the fires were really busy, there was a day where we had like 10 of them coming in and out. All the ones from Paso Robles, Sacramento, even the ones from Santa Rosa were coming in here.
There are a crap ton of planes lined up coming from Hawaii.
Yeah, the airways.
Sheesh. Yeah, and they're all like 10 minutes apart.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But y'all, I'm getting ready to go. We've been on for a while, and I'm getting tired. Time for getting ready to hit the bed because I'm old, tired,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I got to make the treacherous 15-minute drive, 10-minute drive home.
Is Mom at home or is she still there?
She was never here.
Oh, I thought she was home.
No. I don't even think she was home when I went out.
Okay.
But okay.
Oh, get going. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for the super chats to all the people that dropped them. I much appreciated.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have some more stuff coming on for next week. Need to get some more flying in. I got to get my hawk together. But we'll see. Got some more stuff to do. But have a good night, everybody. And thank you for hanging with us. And Nate, have a safe drive home. And that's it. Adios, peoples.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night.